Hello students, welcome all of you. I am Leela Jadhav from KTHM College Nashik. Today I am going to discuss with you about the first chapter, that is Accounting Standards and Financial Reporting, means Introduction to International Financial Reporting Standards in TY/BCom level. Therefore, today I am going to discuss in my lecture Accounting Standard 25. Name of this standard is Interim Financial Reporting. This is Accounting Standard 25, Interim Financial Reporting. Introduction to this standard. This standard deals with the minimum content of interim financial report and prescribe the principle for recognition and measurement in complete hours condensed financial statements for an interim period. This standard does not indicate anything about the frequency of such reporting. And then, meaning of this standard. Interim financial reporting is the reporting for period of less than year, generally for a period of 3 months, as per clause 4.1 of listing agreement. The companies are required to publish the financial results on a quarterly basis. As per this standard, interim financial report means financial report containing either a complete set of financial statements or a set of condensed financial statements for an interim period. Interim period is a period of reporting shorter than full financial year. A complete set of financial segments normally include balance sheet, statement of profit and loss account, cash flow statement, and notes to accounts and accounting policies. And then we see need of interim financial reporting. In general, the basic objective of interim financial reporting is to provide frequent and timely assessment of enterprise performance. However, interim reporting has inherent limitation, which is not the case of annual accounts, as the reporting period is shortened. The effect of error is estimation and allocation are magnified. The proper allocation of operation expenses is a significant concern. The main problems involved are proper allocation of operating expenses. Second, some operating expenses may be incurred in one interim period and yet benefit the full year operation, that is advertising, repair and maintenance, etc. Next, seasonal fluctuation. For some enterprises, revenue may be seasonal or cyclical, and therefore concentration is certain interim period. Next, year-end events, that is bonus, incentive based on annual sales target, etc. Determination of appropriate amount of provision, that is pension, gratuity and contingencies, etc. Next, income tax expenses. One interim period may have profit and next interim period may have losses. And then we see the objective of this standard. The objective of this standard is to prescribe the minimum content of interim financial report and to prescribe the principle for recognition and measurement in a complete or condensed financial statement for an interim period. As the reporting period is shortened, the effect or error is estimations and allocation increases. This is the principles of recognition and measurements of interim financial reporting. As the objective of this accounting standard is to prescribe the principle for recognition and measurement of income, expenses, assets and liabilities in a complete or condensed financial statement, that is, balance sheet, profit and loss account, cash flow statements, and accounting notes and policies. There may be two distinctive principles of views of recognition and measurement of income and expenses in interim financial reporting: integral view and descriptive view. First one, integral view, an approach to measuring interim period income by viewing each interim period as an integral part of the annual period. Expenses are recognized in proportion to revenue earned through the use of special accrual and deferred. Next, discrete views, an approach to measuring interim period income by viewing each interim period separately. As 25 revolves the debate by prescribing the descriptive view. In general, as per the standard, income and expenses should be recognized or measured on year-to-date basis for interim reporting. Year-to-date basis means financial reporting for the period which begins on the first day of the fiscal and year ends of the given interim date. Accounting policies. An enterprise should apply some accounting policies in the interim policy statement as are applied in the annual financial statement. Then, minimum components of interim financial statement. The interim financial report should contain at least the following components. First one, condensed balance sheet, condensed profit and loss account, and cash flow statement, and selected explanatory notes. Reporting interim financial statement in condensed manner has been prescribed on cost consideration and for timely release of the information. However, an enterprise may release complete financial statement. Form and contents of interim financial statements. An interim financial statement can contain either a complete set of financial statements or a set of condensed financial statements. First one, complete financial statements. If an enterprise opts to prepare and present a complete set of financial statements in the interim financial reporting, it should be prepared in the same format and as per the contents and requirements of annual financial statements. And then second, condensed financial statements. A condensed interim financial reporting should contain the following minimum information. First one, heading and subtotals that were included in the most recent annual financial statement. Second, selected explanatory notes. Third, additional items or notes if their missing makes the interim financial reporting misleading. Fourth, basic and built earning per share for the interim period as per S20 and not to be annualized on the face of profit and loss statement. The format of condensed financial statement is given as the annexure. Accounting Standard 25 also focuses on following points. First one, seasonal occasional revenue. Second, change in estimates. Third, change in accounting policy. Fourth, cost incurred unevenly during the financial year. And fifth, major planned periodic maintenance or overhaul. Sixth, depreciation and amortization. Seventh, applicability of interim financial results. 8. Significant difference among AS25, FFRS, IAS 34 and USCAA. See the practical example. Example number 1. Does AS25 apply to quarterly accounts of listed companies who are required to publish them as per Security Exchange Board of India's rules? Answer. In such a case, the recognition and measurement principles and laid down in Accounting Standard 25 are applied in respect of such information unless otherwise specified in the state of by the regulator. The disclosure requirements under Accounting Standard 25 do not apply to quarterly results published under SEBI's rules, since SEBI has prescribed the format of the accountants and the format does not meet the recognition and measurement principles will be applicable. See AS Act 27. With this, I would like to say thank you. Thank you very much. Next lecture, we will start new accounting standards.